In my previous video, it was about SACCO system. This is the video. You can go right away and watch the video. I promised something. Let me show you what I promised. Admin, login. Admin. Sorry, you're going to log in as admin again, like that. You can also log in as a member of the SACCO. But once you log in, the first thing that you need to do is to register. And when you go to register, you can click on register new member. Then this is what I'm talking about. This is the video that I promised to do. And this is going to base our today's topic, where I'm going to show you how you can be able to display, like for example, we displayed, let me show you. I choose what? I go with Nairobi. Let me go with Nairobi. When I select Nairobi County, automatically it shows only constituencies within Nairobi. Like for example, if I choose Starehe, you can see Starehe has got this word. As you can see, you can pick maybe Ngara or Pangani, something like that. So this is what we are going to talk about today. Kama kawaida, hadi endeni ni kulipa. And if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, this is Codestar Technologies. We normally talk matters to do with the technology. And there is a lot you're going to learn from this channel, because it has got amazing stuff which you can learn. Like for example, like M-Pesa integration, sending bulky emails, bulky SMS, USSD application, among other stuff that you can learn from this channel. So make sure when you click to watch one of the video, you give it thumbs up, and again you share to as many people as you can. And if you've not subscribed, kindly do that. So this is what we are going to do today. At least when you pick, if it's Mombasa, you can see it has displayed Changamwe and other constituencies that are within Mombasa. Like for example, if we pick Jomfu, you can see there is Jomfu, Mikindani, and so forth, even Miritini, and so forth. So I'm going to show you first how I implemented this. Then I'm going to build together with you a Google Sheet API, which can enable you to access this data about our Kenyan counties, constituencies, and what in your program that you want to do or to develop. So first of all, how did I do that? Let me first of all open the project. The project is on, let me open the project. Kama kawaida, that is XAMPP. I normally use XAMPP. I can go to htdocs, then right away to SACCO. Then when I get to SACCO, I can get to, let me open first admin so that I can show you the register form page. This is the register form page. I normally organize like separate pages, but now you can have action, and we have got the index page, which now enables you to navigate. So the most important is the register. I can open the register. Let me close some of these codes because they are not necessary for now. So this is the member registration form. As you can see, member registration form, full name, and we jump right away because as you can see, the form starts from here and the action is done on this class. But I don't recommend you to do action using this one. I recommend you to use Ajax. Ajax makes everything to be done at the background area. So let me go to counties. As you can see, these are the regions. So for the counties, have got a select form control, which displays options for the counties that we have. And here I have a query which I'm going to query from a table known as regions. Then I get the county ID, blah, 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 and so forth. I display the county name, like as you can see. Once I select this one, you can see this select option is bind to a JavaScript function, which is on change. When you change or when you select, when you change the county name, automatically something is going to happen, which is this function is going to be called. So we are going to see that function. But before we do that, also I want to open the XAMPP and jump right away to the database so that I can show you what I'm talking about. We have got let me where's the there is something which is missing here. We wanted to see our what? Sorry, there are two. So we wanted to see this one. So I come here, I open localhost like that, then this one, and I can jump right away to the database. My database, like I can pick this one. So there is a table called regions, as you can see. So under regions, I have got data on this table. We have stored the county name, the constituency name, and the ward. So every ward I have to specify the constituency name, the county name, and even the county ID. You can indicate something like that, depending on how you want to organize it. So what I did, I gathered this data, all of it from the internet. I got a CSV file, which I converted now into an SQL table. And as you can see, it's a MySQL table named as region, and this named as region. Now I can fetch data like all the county names, as you can see from this one. I think my we got a lot of data which is displayed here. So this one. So this register. So as you can see, this is the we are selecting data from that table, and I've shown you the table. So after you select, there's this function called select county. Where does it come from? There is a page and include. I normally put them on JavaScript, and JavaScript I have a group of functions that I normally use in JavaScript, and as you can see, there is a function by the name select. So what happens? This page of functions, JavaScript functions, I normally include them on either header files and something like that, so that whenever I want to call these functions, I can be able to access them from any of these pages that I have in admin page. You can see there is a admin page, admin folder. So whenever I want to access maybe one of these functions from here, I can access them using from that file. So that's why I have to include them. Now, let me jump right away to this one and show you what it does. Now, the moment you click, you select an option of any county name here, what happens is that that county name is forwarded to this function, which is an event. It's kind of an event listener of whenever the change happens on the select options. You get you pass the county name, refer to it as Jimbo, which is the ID of this select option. So once I pass that one to this one, I can pass the data through Ajax to a page called include a page called county.php. So when I get to county.php, where is county.php? As I said, it's under include. Then we have got county.php. Where is county.php? This one, I can open it like that. And once I get that on, this is a page that does connection to the database. It carries the classes for database and so forth. So inside that one, I have a function. Then I come here and select only the constituencies names from the table regions where the county name is the same as the one that I've selected on the register page. So I think that one you've understood. So we jump right away to the next page, which is once you get this data and under this one, once you get this data and from the table, that is the names of the constituency names, I convert them into JSON. And once I convert them into JSON, I pass them back to this function. And when I pass them back, then I will get them under this line, and I can append them, as you can see here. I can append them on a control, that is form control, or form another select form input under this register called Bunge. Where is Bunge? If I jump right away, you can see ID Bunge. So that's going to append the options for this one. And again, as you can see, whenever you select the constituency name, this one, another function is called immediately, which is select word. So I go back to JavaScript, you can see select word. So select word, I have to check the constituency name that I've selected. Once I do that, I pass that data to the word. You can call it word or word, whichever way you normally prefer calling it. So word is this one. Then I open this one. As you can see here, I also get the word name from the regions where constituency name is the same as whatever I wrote above. Then again, I convert that one data into JSON and I get it back on this one. So this one is also embedded as an option on the select form control under this one, which is now this one. So that's how you normally pass that data. So the key important thing is here is how to use Ajax. How to use Ajax so that you can be, because Ajax enables you to fetch that data at the background without refreshing the page. And how you interact with MySQL, PHP, MySQL, and you make sure the data is stored in the database. So that's how we normally do, how I have tried to implement it using this one. So in your case, you can find a better way to do that. But you know that it's better to have an API. Like for example, if it's a certain URL, you just type that URL and you are able to get all that information. So I hope up to that point, no one has missed any point. So very simple, just here, I will be able to select the county name. Once I select the county name, I pass whatever I selected to this function called this one, the county, and then I fetch the the constituency name. Then constituency name, I pass that data back to this one and append it on the option for this form control ID Bunge. Then again, when you check here, now it's going to be added with some option buttons. As you can see, it is right now it's empty. So after that, now we have got another one, which is once you select the option, what happens? It passes the data that you've selected to Word, to this function called Word, this one. Then this data is also passed to this PHP file, which will fetch all the word that are in that constituency name. Then after that, convert it into JSON, pass it to the JavaScript function where you embed it on the constituency word name. And now you are able to get all that data. That's why you can see I am able to come here and select like a different one. For example, if I pick let me pick Machakos pana. Machakos ni kwetu pana, lazima nipende Machakos like that. And as you can see, now I can pick any, and you can see it displays everything, like any word that comes from that area. So now I want to create an API, a Google API, that I will share this data in just a URL. Like for example, you just need to write a URL, blah 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 blah, like Codestar blah 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 dot Kenyan county or Kenyan regions. Alafu, it will be able to pass a JSON data. Now from the JSON data, you can be able to look through the arrays and make your search, which is even easier compared now, like have a table that stores all this data. Now, the one thing I want to show you is that how many number of words that we have in Kenya. So if I click here, I'm going to the last page of this one. And as you can see, we have got 1450 words in Kenya. So that 1450, you need 1450, a table of 1450 records, which are going to be stored on your database so that you can be able to consume. If you feel it's okay, well and good, there's no problem in that. But I just want to create a Google sheet which can be able to help you to consume that one. So where do we start? I will start by going to google.co.ke, then I press enter. Then I'm going to open my Google Sheet. You just access it via the drive. And once you access it via the drive, you can see I've created, I normally have a test mail. You just need to be logged into your email so that you can be able to consume this, to do this one if you want to maybe do it in your case. So now I'm on this mail trial. It's just a mail trial I normally use for the sake of just doing other stuff and so forth. So here I'm going to create a new Google Sheet, as you can see, blank one, like that. And this one I can call it what? Let me call it Kenya. Once I call it Kenya, also here I can call it can I call it Kenya or county? Let me call it county, something like that. Then I have my Google Sheet. As you can see, this is my Google Sheet. If I click again and come to Google, back again, click there, Google Drive, I'll be able to see how I've got a Google Sheet named Kenya. Now, the next thing, I want to put this data, the data for this table, to this Google Sheet. And this is another amazing stuff I want to show you. So, what we are going to do, we are going to pick this data, convert it into a CSV so that we can put it inside this one. So how do you do that? That's another tricky, which is very, very important. You need to get to know how it does. Now, I came across a certain code. Let me show you. There is a code, I called it MySQL CSV. So let me copy it, all of it, and explain it a little bit about what it does. Where is it? Where's my pages? Can't see. What? Where is it? This one, sorry. So click there. Then I have this one. Let me open this one. Then click there. Then paste this here. So what I'm doing, as you can see, the query, it is select county name, constituency name, and the word from regions. Then it's going to put that data into a folder which is on the desktop called CSV. So if I minimize a little bit like that, you can see I have a folder called CSV and it is empty. There is nothing inside that folder. So what I'm doing is to pass this data here, to pass this data to the CSV file. But I can see there is an error. I don't know what is making the error. From regions, I don't know, but let's see. So if I click go like that, yeah, it is okay. You can see it is successful. It has sent that data to this folder called CSV, which is on the desktop, and we have got a CSV file inside that folder called Kenyan counties.csv. So if I minimize like this, you can see, if I come here, I open, you can see there is another folder which is called Kenyan counties.csv, and I can open the CSV file like that, then double click like that. CSV is just a way of sharing data. So as you can see, it looks like this one. So now this CSV, it has got all the records. If I scroll down, you can be able, I'll get up until I get to 1450, as we said, 1450 data file records. So these ones I'm going to copy them, and once I've copied them, I will pass this data to my now Google Sheet, which is this one. So open this Google Sheet, and I'm going to kind of right click and paste, and I hope it's going to work. What is the problem? It has copied the data. you can jump right away and see whether you have got all those records. Yes, 1450 records are there, and 1450 records, I want to click there and add a new row above, and this one I'm going to rename this one to be county, and this one I'm going to call it constituency. I think it's written like that. Then ward, like that. And these ones, now I think it's good to go. Nothing is not good on that one. I can jump right away to if I open this one, open Google like that, then I will access my Google Sheet. You can see it has got all the data. Now the next thing is to create the API, which is to put the code, and we have got the code here. It's just something that I've done already, so I'm going to copy this function this way. Once I copy the function, I'll get to this part, which is my Google Sheet, help, then I search API, sorry, not API but app script. Then under app script, I create a function called doGet, so I can delete the function which is here and paste my code there. So what it means is that I've got a sheet, Google Sheet called county. So here I have to rename this one to be county, and then we have got this is county with small letters. Then this is constituency, also with the small letters. Then we have got the word, like that. And now my data is good to go. So I'm getting from the county, I'm getting the county, the constituency, and the ward. Then this is what I'm going to share in form of an API, so that you can get a URL that has all that information. So now we have got the code. The next thing is I can save this one. Once I save, I can click here now to deploy. So how do I deploy? I click new deployment, and this one I can click here, web app. Under web app, I'm going to create, I'm going to give it a name, and I'm going to call it Kenya underscore regions. Let me say regions like that. Then here, because I want to share with everyone, so that even when you click this one, you're going to get all that data. So I'm going to select anyone, then deploy this one. And when I deploy, automatically it's going to ask you for authorization. Sometimes it can ask for that authorization on your phone, depending whether the email is connected to your phone, but mine is not. So I click authorize, and automatically I'm going to select this is the email that I'm using to create the API. And here I'm going to advanced, then go this one. Then I'm going to give it access, allow the project access. So I'm going to click allow like that. So you give it permission, the authorization. Now it is updating, and it has generated a link. Now this link is the one that I can give you, and you can be able to get this data in form of JSON. So I click done, and if I click on another tab and paste my link and press enter, boom, it's going to generate my data like that. So amazing. But no, there is something we call how do we call it? JSON extension, which you can add on Chrome, not Chrome, but yeah, Chrome, and it can be able to give you the data in a well organized display JSON online. Let me see. see this one, whether this viewer is going to give us well organized data here, like this one. So you can see the data is well organized. And that is it. So I'm going to share all the code. You'll be able to access the code on a folder on the description. Make sure you click the subscribe button, and thank you guys for your continued support. Now everything is now shared. I can close this one and I can close this one, and now you have a link which you can use to access all these Kenyan regions on an API. So I think you loved the video. It's one of the amazing things, and let's see each other on the next video where I'm going to show you something to do with SMS. So thank you, and God bless you.